Welcome, everyone, to this explainer. I am absolutely pumped to have you here. Look, if you're fascinated by how pop culture pieces together the perfect, chaotic love story, you are in the exact right place. We're going to jump right in and meticulously unpack the vivid imagery, the wild emotions, and a crazy narrative flow of a specific, super energetic track. We're talking about the viral Pink Sorry song from the Demal 4 era. You know, the one that brings all that classic cinematic romance we crave. We're going to break down exactly how modern music takes classical romantic tropes, throws in some sudden visual anchors, and even hits us with jarring reality checks to tell a completely captivating story. So let's dive right in and decode this romance. Okay, let's dive into this. Right from the opening lines, the lyrics hit us with this incredibly powerful, dizzying image spinning around like a whirlpool. I mean, this isn't your gentle, slow burn kind of romance. No way. This is immediate, whimsical madness. The singer is just completely thrown off balance by love. By dropping a whirlpool metaphor right out of the gate, it primes us for a ride that's totally disorienting, super fast-paced, and utterly out of the protagonist's control. It absolutely sets the stage for the chaos that's about to unfold when someone is completely struck by Cupid's arrow.
Section 1. The Symptoms of Infatuation.
Now consider these chaotic psychological symptoms: forgetting your own name and address, losing your sleep and your senses, giving up the entire world. I mean, this is textbook cinematic love right here. The singer is laying it all out, expressing a complete and total loss of identity to this feeling. It's this beautifully dramatic surrender. In the logic of this kind of musical narrative, well, you aren't truly in love unless you've completely forgotten who you are and where you live, right? The mind goes totally blank, the heart just completely takes over, and the outside world literally ceases to exist. It's dramatic, it's absolute, and it perfectly paved the way for the obsession we're about to explore.
2. The Pink Sorry Obsession.
Now, what's really interesting here is how the lyrics use vivid, saturated color to build up this classic visual obsession. Pink sorry, red lips. After that blurry, disorienting whirlpool we started with, the focus suddenly snaps into crystal clear resolution. The pink sari, it isn't just an outfit. It becomes the absolute center of the protagonist's entire universe. This sharp contrast between the internal confusion of the singer and the bright, undeniable reality of the girl in the pink sari is honestly a masterclass in visual storytelling through lyrics. And the visual obsession doesn't just stop at colors. The lyrics actually double down on the imagery. The singer compares her bright face to fresh sunlight and her gait to a mesmerizing, peacock-like walk. This is exactly where classical poetic tropes crash right into modern pop energy. You know, the peacock represents elegance, rhythm, and this captivating beauty that basically demands an audience. And this intense visual focus, it's exactly what's driving the singer absolutely crazy. She isn't just walking, she's illuminating the room, commanding all the attention, and leaving our protagonist totally spellbound.
3. Capturing the moment.
So this brings us to a wonderfully modern romantic trope, the persistent plea of just take a photo with me. I absolutely love this because it takes all that lofty classical poetry of peacock walks and fresh sunlight and grounds it in a super relatable 21st century reality. The singer doesn't just want to admire the girl in the pink sari from afar, they want to immortalize the moment. They want proof that this magical encounter actually happened. Taking a photo becomes this recurring, desperate plea throughout the whole track. It's the ultimate modern equivalent of claiming a memory with someone you're infatuated with. It gives our protagonist an action-oriented goal right smack in the middle of all this romantic daydreaming.
4. The Cinematic Interruption.
Okay, notice the really stark contrast here. We've got our poetic romance, all that beautiful imagery we were just talking about. And then, literally out of nowhere, the audio track gets hijacked by this completely bizarre, mundane reality. We suddenly hear people yelling over all this loud noise. Where you ghetto? Where's this noise coming from? They're watching a movie in a storm. I mean, what? It's this jarring, chaotic dialogue break that completely shatters the romantic illusion, even if just for a second. It's actually hilarious because it reminds us that while the singer is floating away in this epic fantasy of love, the noisy, crazy real world is still happening right next door.
5. Storms and Proposals.
Then, the lyrics take that literal storm mentioned in the chaotic Gudu dialogue and brilliantly flip it inward. A massive storm is rising in my heart. See how the external noise and chaos are now being mirrored metaphorically by the intense desires and romantic turmoil inside the singer? It's wild. The infatuation has evolved from just wanting a quick photo to feeling this overwhelming, totally uncontrollable force of nature inside their chest. You can feel the pacing getting faster, the emotions peaking, and the singer realizing they absolutely have to make a major move.
And this brilliantly illustrates the grand climax of the singer's romantic strategy. Think about this escalated three-step plan. Step 1, get close. The physical distance absolutely must be closed. Step 2, propose again. The fact that it's again implies there's history here, right? A relentless pursuit. The storm in their heart is demanding they put their feelings on the line one more time. And finally, step 3, take a flight far away. Just completely forget the mundane reality of the storm and those noisy movie watchers. The singer wants to just escape with the girl in the pink sari. It's the ultimate cinematic fantasy, leaving absolutely everything behind for love.
6. The ultimate ultimatum. Now we reach the peak, as the lyrics deliver this high-stakes ultimatum. Never ignore me, my love, otherwise I will die. Okay, obviously we aren't talking about literal medical danger here, but this is the ultimate dramatic conclusion to the lover's descent into infatuation. Cinematic romance completely thrives on these extremes. To the singer, a life without the girl in the pink sari, a life where they are simply ignored, is practically equivalent to having no life at all. It brings us right back full circle to the very beginning, where they forgot their own name and address. Their entire existence now relies 100% on her acknowledging this love. Which brings us to the final lingering thought of our explainer today. We've seen all the symptoms of love, the blinding obsession with a pink sari, the desperate requests for a photo, and the dramatic, storm-fueled proposals. But does this intense cinematic expression of love actually win her over? Or is all this passionate chaos just another passing storm in the cinematic world of Damal 4? It's definitely something to chew on the next time you hear a super catchy love song. How much of it is true romance, and how much is just beautiful, dramatic theater? Thank you so much for joining me to unpack this fascinating narrative today. Keep analyzing the world around you, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.